America's 52 Stories, with life lessons for personal growth.
Carl Schurz was ambassador to Spain before returning to the United States to command volunteers from the German immigrant population. A German citizen by birth and an American soldier by choice, Schurz and his fellow German immigrants were up against an American culture of pervasive ethnic prejudice. It wasn't so much about white versus black, but Irishmen against Germans, or Anglo-Saxons against Poles, French, or Hungarians. Germans under his command were referred to as Flying Dutchmen, a kind of racial slur that suggested they were simply cowards. In a previous battle, Schurz's men did what other troops would have done when hopelessly outnumbered: retreat in a run for their lives. But the accusations of cowardice stuck, and Schurz was determined to change some attitudes. The negative perception of his men's performance at Gettysburg, contrary to what the rebels concluded, was that Schurz's entire command ran away again in the heat of battle. History seemed to be repeating itself, but at Gettysburg there was too little time to defend too much ground. Schurz was assigned temporarily by General Howard to lead a much larger body of troops for which he had no experience. He compounded his problem by failing to assume the responsibilities for a larger command and acted as if he were still commanding his former but smaller division. Schurz was dangerously acting out the Peter principle, which means that failure is guaranteed when you are promoted to a level of incompetence. Schurz and his men at Gettysburg, despite their impressive resistance to the rebels, were used as scapegoats for much of the Union Army's failure on the first day. With prejudice rearing its ugly head, morale sunk to such a low that Schurz's men had little or no confidence in their own effectiveness as a combat unit. Finger-pointing was everywhere that day, with undeserved blame going to those so-called cowardly foreigners. Welcome diversity, but to accomplish great things as a group, community, or nation, embrace diversity as a means to an end, a creative force for building unity as a shared result, something that was not appreciated by Schurz's superiors. Diversity recognizes what each person contributes, and unity channels one's talents toward the good of all. As an end in itself, diversity enlarges a group's differences, promotes division and hostility, and over time demolishes the group. Unity fosters bonding and encourages a common identity. It focuses attention and energies on a common purpose and ultimately leads to achievements of all kinds. Diversity can be a competitive advantage for groups. People of varying backgrounds and opinions bring unique perspectives to solving problems. Attracting a diversity of talent which is blind to race, gender, or beliefs makes a group stronger and its likelihood for success more probable. Welcome diversity, but only after recognizing that unity is the force that influences greater productivity and, above all, greater harmony among ourselves. Only then can we invigorate and sustain the meaning of united in America's official name. Consider yourself a victim and you will fail. It is possible that a few of Schurz's foreigners had already stigmatized themselves as victims of prejudice and decided to exaggerate their nurtured resentment and alienation from the mainstream when everything was finally in their favor. Claiming to be a victim as your identity versus a problem to be solved and using it as an excuse to do nothing promotes behavior which is unproductive, self-defeating, irresponsible, and worse, fatal to either a family, a community, or to a nation. Take full advantage of any opportunity or risk failure of your own making. Right now, every student has the right to be thinking. What do I do with this information? Let's start by asking these questions, and you can provide your own answer.